everyone and welcome to the Captain's Video Weblog. We are Thursday, November the 19th, 2015. It's just a little bit past 7 p.m. Which is really weird because I've been awake for like maybe I don't know 7-8 hours at that point. I mean, I definitely put my alarm clock, my alarm just to wake me up at 10 a.m. which I did, but then I kind of fell back asleep until 10:30. I had stuff to do. Kind of disappointed that I hadn't been able to do it because I had to meet someone. Turns out that someone was on an off day today, so yeah, I gotta say that I kind of fucked up. I really don't know what to say. Today's been a pretty day with nothing to do. Still looking for an internship. There was an offer from the guys who run the commercials on the biggest TV channel in the country, except they specifically asked for a person who had already had an internship or had an interim job as in the world of commercials and all that stuff. So not for me. I mean, it's one thing with internships. Sometimes, and that's kind of the point of the whole thing, they represent your first professional experience. They're your first line in on your CV. Except that sometimes for an internship, well, they ask for people who already have had internships, which kind of defeats the purpose of the whole thing. You know, or who have already had an interim job. Why? I mean, of course, when you're working for the biggest channel in the country, and you have to manage its network of channels, well, you kind of need some experience. But at the same time, if you really need that experience, why would you make that an internship? Yeah, we're gonna put you in a position where you will be the assistant manager, and good luck. I shouldn't do this like that. I'm really sort of tired for some reason. All I know is that it's not really good because I have some exercising to do before I eat and ultimately go to sleep quite early. I mean, usually I say that, and when I go to sleep I realize that, well, I could have watched SmackDown instead of doing this shit. Tonight I really plan on, if I have some time, because apparently there's some YouTube stuff I need to watch. Well, I really need to watch it, but I would want to watch it now. I mean, if there's one video that I can watch later, well, I watch it in the morning, but I also have some anime to watch, and now, I mean, that I kind of need to watch it because I've downloaded it, so it's kind of sort of a commitment, you know, when you download something and you put it on a mobile device, kind of means that, well, I'm gonna watch it sooner rather than later. It's kind of the thing, really. I need to do the dishes before I go ahead and cook my rice. Well, I mean, I may have some pasta Pasta is kinda annoying to cook though. God, I'm lazy. But I mean, at one point, I might cook some pasta. Meaning, I don't know if that spoils, but if that spoils, I'd rather eat them before it does. Oh, though I have some olive oil. Because as an Italian, I don't put butter like those crazy Parisians. They put butter in everything. I mean, in sandwiches, it's okay. Sweetens the taste. But in pasta, what are you doing? It's fat. I mean, olive oil is fat too, but from a nutritional standpoint, it's less fat. I was going to say fewer because I usually, in my head, the connection between fat and what nature of word it is usually goes as a noun rather than an adjective, but it's actually an adjective in that case. So not fewer, less. So, but though I think that fewer is just for some kind of nouns. Also, I've just downloaded yet another episode of anime. So yeah, but I mean the last couple of episodes I've downloaded are just on my computer. I began doing that thing where I hoard stuff because, well, sometimes you don't realize how good a series was until you reach the last episode, you know? Yeah, I mean, like, there are some series that I wish I would have kept, like, I don't know, sometimes I just, when it's ended, well, I go back and download it. And usually it's when it's got a second season coming up, and I really like the first season, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna download that. Also, I bought some manga yesterday, so I guess I will also try and read them, because I mean, better soon rather than later. I'm tired, so I yawn, and at the same time, I kind of have lots of things tickling my nose. So I try not to sneeze. Sorry for my eyes, it's just that I'm really tired. What else could I talk about? One of my big projects for 2016 is, finding an internship that's well paid. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the money. And get a job, and I mean, if I manage to have a little house where I can find a place where I can just yell into a mic and not have neighbors knock on my walls, I'll be cool, and I'll be able to record some A-sings bellowing. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm just yelling to my heart's delight, and also if the internet connection is pretty good, also comment, do the announcing on the Fortune Cup, which I mean, sometimes I just find the announcers to be. I mean, I know that they mostly come from VG and MLP. Doesn't mean that they have to be such shit fucking memers. Guess that happens though. I realize that maybe now more than before, I take some steps just to make sure that I don't get controlled by the cops. Because I don't. I mean, like that on the video, you would believe that I'm pretty white, and I would believe that I'm pretty white. I'm fairly tan, because I'm really mixed, and there's probably not enough European in that mix to make me, look non-suspicious. So I don't know if that's unconscious, subconscious, or really if I do that just because I cannot bring myself to eat while I'm inside of a shopping mall. But I will always take a sandwich with me outside, and put some just make it pretty obvious that I'm eating stuff that's made from pork. Usually it's saucisson, which is kind of a dried sausage, I would say. Really fat, but I like it. And I probably wouldn't be able to enjoy life as much as I kind of don't, if not for saucisson. It's charcuterie. I really love charcuterie. So yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. Maybe if one day I will if that's possible, dry out a slice of saucisson and just pin it to my bag, and you know that I cannot be mistaken from one of those assholes who made the attacks. I'm probably sure that some of them are trained to just throw away the possibility of being a real martyr just to kind of blend in. I know that there was a whole I read a story about why terrorists wear jeans. Yeah, that's to blend in, and I have to teach the guys to wear jeans because apparently, not apparently, but when it comes down to it, they're not used somehow to wearing Occidental clothes, Western clothes. So yeah, they have to teach them, well, you don't wear the jalaba, you wear the blue jeans and a shirt and maybe a leather jacket. Why not? Let's go all out. And to me that sounds so well, dude, you don't look really comfortable in that outfit. What happened? I usually don't wear that, Well, too bad. I bought those patches because it probably doesn't look like it, but I have a really shit skin. So I'm even though I'm an adult, I still have to take care of it. Not because of wrinkles or all that, because it really doesn't look good. I do think that's kind of related to my weight, but it's faster to pop out a patch rather than to lose 30 or 40 pounds. Yeah, well, 13 minutes, that's, there was a point, I think the first couple, maybe until mid-September, it would have been so, I don't know, so alien, such an alien concept to do a video that runs for 30 minutes and, well, I'm still talking and I could be able to talk some more. Somehow I find it now a bit more difficult to talk just for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but sometimes I have nothing to say, and when it's 3 minutes I'm like, yeah, but should I leave it at that? And suddenly I begin to speak about something and it goes on and on and on and on and on, and everybody's Russian. Sorry about that. But yeah, and I go on, and lo and behold, 15 minutes. So thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. I mean, one thing you could do just to avoid the fact that I'm not never looking at the camera is just put it on audio. You know, with the new YouTube, you could do that with the YouTube. Except you kind of have to subscribe to YouTube Red. I mean, there's no details, so to me it's still kind of shady business, all that making money. Ooh, sorry. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I will still be broadcasting from here. Yeah, I will still film that from here. Will probably be a bit strange, even though I've already done it. This weekend too. Wow, that's crazy stuff, man. I realized that not only this weekend, but also I think the last weekend before the Christmas holidays, I need to stay here. Not the last weekend before the week before the holidays, I have to stay here. Which is kind of an answer to my parents when they tell me, yeah, why don't you take clothes for more than 2 weeks? Well, because if I did that, I would probably take clothes for 5 weeks, and you wouldn't see me in months. Well, not in months, but in a month. And I know that I cannot do that because unlike my sister, which is for some reason my younger sister is for some reason more mature than that. Maybe it's because she has a boyfriend, so that gives her fewer reasons to come back home, to come back to our parents' home. Because I mean, I really don't have. The only reason why I say home when I'm talking about my parents' house is because, well, I'm renting here, and I don't have moved really. There's still lots of stuff that I haven't bought, like the desk. Pretty much all of the furniture. It's not mine. When I get my own apartment with my furniture, I will say, well, that's my house, man. But until then, nah. Yeah. But yeah. So I somehow find it strange to. I mean, I can easily deal with the fact of staying here for 2 weeks, but for 5 weeks, I'm not sure. So that is that. So yeah, for like 7 more weblogs, I guess. Because I say, yeah, it's pretty weird that I film those on Fridays here. No, I do that pretty much every week. The only thing weird it would be like going to a friend's house and tell them, well, do you have some place that's kind of insulated from all the noise you're doing, because I kind of need to film a video. That's one, very rude, and two, what the fuck, man. You can do a pause. Nobody watches those videos. Sorry. Yeah, anyway, goodbye. I moved back to the place where I began filming, where I was about to fall asleep in my bed just 5 or 10 minutes ago.